Lake Strom Thurmond, Clarks Hill Lake. It goes by both, and it's a vital part of our area. The history of the lake goes back to the early 1950s, when the Army Corps of Engineers built the Strom Thurmond Dam. The Army Corps originally filled the lake in 1952 as part of a flood control, hydropower, and navigation project. The Corps expected the lake to take 2 years to fill, but thanks to the help of a massive rainstorm, it only took about 6 months. The lake is just over 71,000 acres with about 1,200 miles of shoreline. It's the third largest artificial lake east of the Mississippi River, behind only the Kentucky Lake on the Tennessee River and Lake Marion in South Carolina. The name of the lake has almost as much history as the body of water itself. It was supposed to be called Clarks Hill Lake when it was first filled, named after the small town in McCormick County. But someone forgot an S, so its original official name was Clark Hill Lake. It stayed like that for 26 years before former U.S. Senator from South Carolina, Strom Thurmond, sponsored a bill that would put the S back. Following the renaming of Lake Russell after former Georgia Senator Richard Russell, some on the South Carolina side started a movement to rename Clarks Hill after Thurmond. A bill to rename it Lake Strom Thurmond was introduced in 1987 and signed into law just 3 weeks later. Less than 2 years after that, Georgia state legislature made Clarks Hill the official name on the Georgia side. So if you've ever heard both and wondered which is correct, technically both are. Today, the lake is used for water supply, fish and wildlife management, and recreation. It's a great spot for the locals to take the boat out on a nice day or cast a line and see what bites. But it's also home to events that bring in people from around the country. Hundreds of sailors take part in the annual Halloween regatta, and you'll see fishing tournaments throughout the year too. The Corps of Engineers tests the spillway gates at the dam every couple years. It's a huge hit. People bring chairs and watch while the Corps creates a waterfall at the lake. So while people on the Georgia side call it one thing and people on the South Carolina side call it another, they can agree. It's hard to beat a day at the lake.